Stellar Blade director is now incredibly rich. So this is an article from a few weeks back. I did want to kind of go over it still, just because I thought this was actually some pretty cool news, especially because as someone that has Stellar Blade, I did play it a lot. I like the game. You know what I mean? I thought it was a good game. I thought it was pretty fun. It's not nothing crazy. It didn't do anything crazy and innovative or anything like that. It was just an enjoyable game for what it was. And there was the whole issue in regards to people out there kind of criticizing the game because of the fact that they were trying to say that, oh, the developers don't don't know what a woman looks like and they never seen a female in their life. That's why they created this character the way she was, and then finding out that she was actually based off of I believe a popular Korean pop star. And the fact that they used her body scans to be a part of the game, I thought that was actually pretty funny. And yeah, the game was good, man. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I played it. I believe I beat it twice or maybe once, and then kind of went halfway through. I need to go back and replay it again. But seeing this news come out and this information be what happened to the developer and the director, I thought it was actually really cool. So I figured it was something we can go ahead and just look into and then just discuss really quick. So Stellar Blade director and Shift Up founder Kim Hyung-tae is now one of the 50 richest people in Korea, with his net worth being in the 725 million range. The success of 2024 Stellar Blade boosted Shift Up to new levels of success, with the game continuing to receive updates well into the new year and a PC port on the way. And that is one of the cool things. I know that they did like the Near Automata update, as well as the Infinity Nikki, I believe it was. So the fact that they had those two come out, and there's possibility that there might be some more coming on the way, I think that's actually really cool. And it makes me happy to see a game that I personally liked be able to have more success and be coming out with some good stuff. So I thought that was really cool and a W for them. So, one of the best rated games of 2024, Stellar Blade was released as a PlayStation 5 exclusive and continues to pull in players nearly 1 year after its launch. The title follows Eve, a soldier tasked with saving humanity from creatures called Natiba that have infected the planet. While the game has been an obvious hit, discourse surrounding Stellar Blade ahead of its release, with many online criticizing the main character's appearance, in the end, its combat won over many of its early detractors, along with its art style and soundtrack. The success achieved by the action game has had a major impact on its director, who has now claimed a very impressive title. And yeah, that's definitely one of the things. Like I said, it wasn't anything like crazy innovative or anything like that. It was just a fun game. It was something fun. It was kind of a little bit in the style of like the Dark Souls type of game, maybe a little bit easier than those ones. But yeah, it was fun to play, and the you know what I mean. The fact that the character looked the way she did definitely didn't hurt when it came down to sales and when it came down to players out there. I know there's a whole Gooner debate that's been going on recently, but regardless of how you feel about that, it is nice to have a character that actually is nice to look at, and isn't either a female that's like put with like a male body almost, or just unattractive in general. You know what I mean? When it comes down to mediums, video games, movies, TV shows, people like seeing attractive people. So the fact that they went with this route with this character and they didn't bend the knee when it came down to people criticizing it, I thought that was really cool, and that was definitely one of the reasons why I decided to support the game when it did come out. So, according to a new report from Forbes, Shift Up founder and Stellar Blade director Kim Hyung-tae is now one of Korea's 50 richest people, boasting an astounding net worth of 725 million. While much of the studio's success has been attributed to Stellar Blade's performance, Shift Up also created the gacha game Goddess of Victory Nikki, which topped a mind-boggling 1 billion in lifetime revenue on March of 2025. The success doesn't seem to have gone to Hyung Tae's head, as in January, Shipped Up gave generous bonuses to all employees, which include a PlayStation 5 Pro and around 3,400 to celebrate Stellar Blade's success. And that is one of the cool things. It's always nice to kind of hear something like that whenever the developing team and everything do get rewarded for their success, because like I stated, it was a good game. It was something that was fun to play. So the fact that they are able to actually get something in return for that, I feel like is really cool. And that's actually pretty cool that they were able to get a PS5 Pro and the 3,400, so they can actually maybe play the game themselves. if it is a developing team, there's a big chance that there's people out there like, I love this game, but I'm never gonna play it. I spent so much time working on it and everything like that. I'm not gonna spend more time kind of going back to kind of play it kind of a thing. But the fact that they have that option with the pro is pretty cool. So Stellar Blade director Kim Hyung Tae is now worth around 725 million. Those without a PS5 wanting to try the popular action adventure game won't need to wait long, as Stellar Blade will be released for PC in June of 2025. While the title sold incredibly well on Sony's flagship console, ShiftUp believes that it will do even better on PC, and Stellar Blade will reportedly be Steam Deck optimized at launch. The company has also teased additional content for the game's PC release, though it's currently unclear what this will entail. And that's one of the crazy things, because I thought this was already released on PC, but yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, it's gonna be a couple more about next month. So PC player is going to be able to have some fun with it, and I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen in regards to it coming to PC because of the whole modding community. So I think that's going to be actually pretty funny, because knowing how the modding community is, you're probably going to see some Stellar Blade mods out there where she's probably either naked or like close to being naked, with not just her but some of the other characters, like her companion and everything like that. And then I'm pretty sure you're probably going to see some funny stuff with the dude that kind of runs with her. I think it's her pilot. So seeing that it's gonna be coming to PC, I'm interested to see what's gonna happen in that regard. So also releasing in June is the newest Stellar Blade DLC, which will include a crossover with Goddess of Victory Nikki. Oh, okay, so that one hasn't come out yet. Players can also look forward to the new boss as a fresh area to explore, though additional details are currently scarce. ShiftUp is also currently hard at work on a new IP called Project Witches, which is said to be a gacha game that will launch globally across PC, console, and mobile devices. So, yeah, man, I'm really glad to hear that Shift Up's been doing well with all of this. You know what I mean? Like I said, Stellar Blade was a good game, and from the sounds of it, they already got some stuff down the pipeline that they're going to be working on. So if it's any consolation, I'm sure that they're like anything to go off of when it comes down to Stellar Blade, it's probably going to be something good and something that players are going to enjoy that'll be worthwhile. So kudos to them, and I think that's really cool that this game alone was kind of able to help boost the director into the top 50 richest people in Korea. That's always a cool thing to hear whenever someone that works hard and is able to kind of make something that's really good that players enjoy be able to make that kind of success, as well as the fact that he was able to kind of help out his developers and everything like that with providing them with a PS5 and a $3,400 bonus. That's pretty cool, and that's really nice to hear that they, like it stated, that it didn't get to his head. So yeah, man, I'm glad to hear this kind of news. Stuff like this makes me smile. So I think this is actually pretty cool. So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Do you guys think it's pretty wild that this game was able to kind of help boost this individual up to that kind of rankings as far as the wealth in his country? And yeah, if you guys can let me know you guys' thoughts on the game itself, if you guys can leave some comments, if you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching this long, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.